Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Hey, what's going on? What is going on? I was having some mic issues not too long ago, so I'm just like, oh my god, I had to push the live back real quick because I'm like, what is going on? Why is this sound not acting right? So let me know that you guys can hear me, because yeah, it was a struggle, and I'm like, what the hell going on with my sound? Right when I'm about to go live, I don't hear shit. Hoping that you guys hear me without issue because I do want to talk about Miss Quad real quick. Okay, definitely want to talk about her. But let me make sure that I am sharing this video on other things. So if you guys will give me one quick second, girl, then I could do just that. And then we really could talk about some stuff when it comes to Miss Quad. Miss Quad, honey. Okay, because it looks like Miss Quad is no longer married to medicine, my love. That's what it's giving. But y'all gotta let me know. Matter of fact, let me put a poll up here, okay, while I'm over here trying to do what I need to do. Um, let's see. I'm about to put this up here and see how y'all feeling about things. Do you think Quad should leave the show? Yes or no? Let me know how y'all is over there feeling about Miss Quad parting ways. Okay, so let me get this up over here. Whew, child. I hope everybody been having a good Sunday, honey. It's been real trash this way, girl. It's been raining and stuff, and I don't really like that. It's raining, it's cold. Ugh. Girl, I mean, this is one of them days you just really just want to take a nap, and just stay in the bed all day. Like, girl, what is going on? But anywho, all right, now we can really get into some things real quick. Uh-oh. My bad. All right, y'all. So I was over there minding my business like I always be doing for the most part. And what I had seen was that Miss Quad had some things to say over there on her social media, right? About her no longer being on the show. So what she pretty much let us know, and I'm gonna get into some of the comments that was on her page because she responded to a lot of things. Even Miss Porsha Williams, she responded to, right? So she's pretty much letting us know that she will not be a part of the show after 2 episodes. So she's only going to be there for 2 episodes, then she no longer going to be there, right? Well, there is a preview, a sneak peek, spoiler alert for the people, girl. If you don't know about it, okay, it is going around, all right? Matter of fact, while I'm checking, I see we have over 100 people in the chat. We only have about 22 likes, so we could get those likes up, get those likes to match. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it, okay? But listen, so we saw a sneak peek the other day, and on that sneak peek, what it was like the four core were sitting down discussing whether or not they wanted Quad to go on the trip with the rest of the cast. I feel like they were going to like Arizona or Las Vegas or somewhere on the West Coast. They were getting ready to head out to, and Quad wants to go. I'm sure the lady, well, girl, I know Phaedra, but I want her to go. Right, so they had that sit down, but Toya was on some hell to the no. She not coming. Like, why? For what? Was she coming for a baby? Girl, I know y'all don't be feeling Toya, but I be feeling the same about Toya and Quad. Sometimes they get on my nerves, and then sometimes I be here for them. But I'm totally here for Toya Slick keeping her foot on Quad's neck. I'm totally here for her keeping her foot down, like keeping that same energy and being very consistent with I do not fuck with this chick. Okay. I don't rock with her, and I really don't think that she should be coming with us on this cash trip. She's been slick intruding this whole damn time by way of Phaedra. So why is we dragging this lady along? So I've been kind of here for Toya, but I do feel like that's messed up because it's kind of like, dang, Toya, if it was you on the outs or something like that, girl, you would want the ladies to, you know what I'm saying? You would want them to let you go on the trip. Like, girl, it's just a trip. But anywho, Toya eventually, I think she kind of agrees. So Quad is kind of spilling those beans, letting us know that she will be on that trip, right? So she's saying after those 2 weeks or of us watching the show the next 2 episodes, it appears that she gonna be asked to leave by the cast and the producers. So I just want to get into these tweets, and I just want to, I'm sorry, not the tweets, but I want to get into what she put up here on her page, these comments on her page. Let me make sure I got them all. Okay, I think I got majority of the ones I wanted to talk about, okay? So let's take our time and let's get into this, okay? Shout out to everybody over here in the chat. Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? What is going on? Well, she made sure Mariah was booted out. However, production will eventually boot all of them out, and Heavenly will be the one working with production, slowly getting everyone off the show. Ooh, 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 ooh. Toya left a bad taste in my mouth too many times, but Quad's antics will bring it up out of you. Girl, listen. Okay. I see what y'all got to say, girl. Okay. So let's get into it. So somebody put on Quad's page and they said, Quad is married to medicine, period. Okay. I guess I won't be watching once you're gone. And Quad says, well, you have 2 more episodes left to watch, honey. And I'm like, why are you spilling the beans? Now, can I say this? If Quad is only going to be around for 2 episodes, why did y'all put this woman in the open credits? If Quad is only going to be around for 2 episodes, why did y'all put this lady in the opening credits? Let me chill. I guess the same reason they put Dr. Alicia up there and got her ass in the cast photo, but she giving heavy on the friend. I didn't know friends of the show get that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I would have thought. I mean, if that was the case, y'all should have never used Quad and continue to use her for promo purposes or whatever. And y'all also should not be using Dr. Alicia, but that's just my opinion about that. You feel what I'm saying? So there's that. Let's keep going. So someone else says, we love some Miss Quad. Can't wait to see what's next because the people look like they done banded together against you. Shaking my head. Meanwhile, they SHI been stinking for years. So Quad says, well, they definitely did band together and remove me from the show in episode 7, honey. But do try to respect what they bring to the show. I'm not a hater. Okay, then, Miss Quad. Not you say everybody done band together. Now, listen, I feel like Jackie and Toya was on the same page because Jackie could care less about majority of y'all in my personal. I'm telling y'all, I think we respect and love who Dr. Jackie is. Don't get me wrong. I'm never going to take anything away from her education-wise, professionally, all of that. But yeah, and she's married to medicine, obviously. But at the same time, Jackie don't really be bringing shit to this show that she needs to be on there, that we have to have her. Okay, but anyway, girl, I'm gonna keep saying that. But anywho, girl, Jackie could care less about majority of you hoes. So I'm sure she voted. Simone, I think Simone be in between. I think that Simone be in between, and I also feel like if Toya is out here doing too much, Simone will call her out, and I think she would do the same for Quad. So I feel like I'm interested in seeing if Simone is actually going to be raising her hand like, yeah, girl, you got to go. Or if she's like, well, I'm just going to go with the majority and then you out. I don't want to do it to you, but, I'm going to roll with my girls. So I'm interested to seeing that. I feel like Dr. Heavenly will give a little bit of pushback, but I do believe that with Phaedra coming in and playing that role of closer friend to Quad than Heavenly is able to play, I think it might be a little bit of jealousy there. Might be a little jealousy, and Heavenly could possibly raise her hand and be like, BIT, you gotta go, you gotta dip. Okay, ain't no more love here for you, girl. Move on. So we'll see. We shall see. I mean, and then maybe Quad, since Phaedra's coming over to the show and she's not married to medicine, should Quad go play with the ladies over there at Real Housewives of Atlanta, considering the fact that one, y'all doing swap, is giving wife swap or whatever the case is. But they also, from my understanding, are looking for more cast members. I don't think Quad should be like a housewife, in my opinion, but I do think that she could possibly play with the girls as a friend of. But then I do wonder how her personality will be with those ladies versus how it is with Married to Medicine. Because I don't know. I feel like Quiet, she be having antics too. Like, I don't know how she would. I don't know. I would like to see it at the same time. I feel like she wouldn't fit in with ATL, but I feel like it's a possibility. So I want to see it at the same time because it could be not a bad thing. Like a lot of people felt like Phaedra. No, am I going in and out? So I'm still having these mic issues. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, I feel like Phaedra. Let me probably switch real quick. See if y'all could just hear me like this. Hey, I hate that the audio is acting up. But anyway, I feel like with Phaedra, a lot of us felt like, oh, Phaedra is not going to be a great fit over there, right? With the ladies. And I'm like, Phaedra, I wasn't too sure about it myself, but now that Phaedra is over there, it's not as bad. I mean, okay, I see a lot of people. Okay, so a lot of people said it was okay. All right, girl, well, let me switch the audio back, honey. Let's switch it back. Let us pray. Okay, is this fine? Hopefully we don't have no issues, y'all. But with Phaedra coming back to, I'm sorry, with Phaedra coming over to Married to Medicine, I feel like she's okay. I mean, she got a lot of antics, don't get me wrong, but it has been entertaining for me. I have definitely been getting my chuckles. I've been liking the fact that she's new to this group and she's daring to bring Quad around. The one person that they high key really don't want around, and the one person that's possibly a threat to Letitia. Right? So I mean, I ain't been minding Phaedra too much. So with me seeing that, it's like it's a possibility Quad could go over and play with the ladies of Atlanta. So we'll just have to see how that plays out for her, girl. But let's keep going because there's more. Now, somebody says if Quad leaves, I'm not watching again or posting about it on TikTok ever. She was the main reason I watched the show. So someone else says, well, no, I'm sorry. Quad responds and says, well, for 2 more episodes, I'm present. Then in Napa, she says, I'm forced to leave for the rest of the season. So enjoy episodes 8 and 6. And I would like to know, I'm looking forward to seeing what caused Quad to be removed from the show, because from my understanding, I believe it's going to be the cast members and the producers. So I don't know if it's going to be an altercation that's going to happen or something's going to go down as to why she's asked to go ahead and peace out for the rest of the show. I would like to know. And then, what's funny is a lot of people were feeling like Phaedra not going to increase the ratings. Phaedra not going to do nothing with the ratings and this and that. I didn't even know she was supposed to help the ratings, to be honest. But let's be very clear, in my personal opinion, Quad ain't finna do shit either. Okay? Quad not being on the show, not finna, I don't think it's gonna really make or break the damn ratings. And I say that because Quad has been having some interesting stuff go on with her contract the past few seasons. And if y'all notice, Heavenly would be the one that would create a reason for Quad to come back to the show. So it makes me wonder if the producers were always trying to figure out a way to phase her out or something. Whereas you have other people like Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra creating reasons to bring her back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what people think the ratings going to do, even if Quad were to stay. Like, I mean, I feel like it would be the same as they are now, whether Phaedra is there or whether Quad is there. They'll just go and get somebody else. I feel like if Dr. Heavenly were to leave, it would be a little bland because Dr. Heavenly definitely gets started with those ladies. Okay. So I think that she could possibly affect the ratings, but I don't know why people think that Quad is supposed to just be like, if she, like, I don't get that. I mean, she's already there and the ratings ain't that fantabulous, girl. So what are we talking about? But anyway, according to Quad Girl, after 6 and 7, she won't be there no more. So she was asked to leave. She was according to her, not asked to leave. She was forced to leave for the rest of the season. Okay. Now, someone says they don't understand how she's still thriving single while keeping her life private and not sleeping with a man to maintain her. You are Quad, you're a force, girl. Sunday's episode was cringy because either you want to move forward or you don't. Keep asking why you ain't called. She says they keep asking why you ain't called. They haven't called either. It's weird to me. At the end of the day, the phone works both ways. So if we gonna all take accountability, why ain't nobody apologizing for not calling but expecting apologies for someone else not calling? The irony. I know money not erasing common sense in the ATL. So Quad says it's all just an excuse to push me off the show. Accountability is universal. It goes both ways. And I think that she's right. I think accountability does go both ways. But Quad, let's be very clear here as well. You allow Phaedra to manipulate your mind for you to come to the people and pop out of a damn casket and then come to them and be ready to wipe away, okay, and wash away your sins or whatever, girl. When it came to them, you came to them and said whatever was said, I don't care, it doesn't matter, da 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 da. Are we good? Can we move forward? So when you do that, you take in my personal, you remove accountability from them and you put it on yourself in a sense, I guess, and you just want to move forward. I don't even know if you remove it from yourself because it's not that you apologize. You was just really at a place where you want to move forward. So I'm a little confused. I feel like what Jackie said. Jackie said, if you would have called me on the phone, girl, that would have been better. Because I do feel like some of the situations between y'all could be individual conversations that you have with them. That way you ain't got to worry about no interruptions from nobody. And you can say what you need to say and you can hear them properly and then they can equally apologize to you. So don't be trying to sit up there and play it. Like, this is where you, in my opinion, be like playing the victim a little bit. Accountability is universal. Well, that's not how you approach them on no universal shit. You approach them on some wipe away my sins. So let's let this go. I have risen. I popped out this casket. Everything is dead to me now. That's what it was given. So I can't defend you on that one for me. Okay. But I'll let your by any means necessary fans defend that. Let's keep going. So then someone says, how do they kick off an OG who was married to medicine to bring in someone whose affiliation with medicine is an emoji face that never graced our screen? I'm confused. Well, let me say this before we get to what Quad's saying. How do you kick off a person that was married to medicine and created this damn show for these ladies to even have a platform to sit on and entertain us and elevate their businesses, et cetera, et cetera? Excuse me? How do you kick off a person that created the show that was married to medicine only to remain affiliated with a person that ended up getting a divorce that was no longer married to medicine after that? Now, her being in that divorce with Dr. G and staying for another season or so, yes, we want to see that. We want to see how you navigate that life of no longer being this man's wife. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, right? But over time, like, I'm sorry, like, girl, I'm not saying Quad should have ever been removed from the show, but she should not have been in one of those like primary roles. She should have just remained friend of, meaning she's not in the opening credits. I'm sorry. You probably don't get a cast photo picture, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, not you finna skip the beginning and then go to the middle. No, ma'am. So then Quan says unfair and wanting to ride the Housewives waves, thinking that it would bring more ratings, but we learned it didn't. But it wasn't doing nothing when you was on it. That's what I'm confused about. I feel like you wasn't even in the show in the beginning. You will always come at a later time because Heavenly would create a reason to bring you back. The only difference here is you don't finish out the season. It ain't no different than what you've done in the past few seasons, at least 2 of them. It's really not no different. The only difference is you're leaving after episode 7. But when you was on the show and you was coming in late after a few episodes were filmed, and then you stayed to the end, you weren't even complaining about this. So it's giving, is it the cast or is it production that's been ready to figure out how to phase you out is what I'm wondering, because it's like every year it was something going on as to why Quad wasn't like right there in the beginning. So I don't know. But as far as riding the Housewives waves, I think you should ride the Housewives wave. Like if that's how they want to play, cool. I ain't gotta be on that show. So I see y'all over here trying to hire for ATL. I'm in ATL. Hello. Hello. I have a lot of friends that are housewives. Hello. Okay. So let me slide on the ice. Like the escapades that get you y'all with the marmalades. Let me get over here. So y'all probably could give quite a position over there. Y'all waited around and found something for Phaedra. So let's try her out over here. I'm not going to be opposed to that. Okay. So that's that, girl. Talking about some damn how they kick off an OG. I don't know how they kicked off the creator. Are you okay? Are you okay? I just wonder, with her being an executive producer at one point, if she still makes some money. Like I wonder when she did her contract, when she sold the idea, the show or whatever to them, if there was something in her contract or clause to where if she's no longer on the show, she still receives some type of residuals from her creation even after her, is what I wonder. I don't know that, but I would like to know that. But anywho, let's keep going. So someone says, I'm still grappling with the fact that they forced you off of Married to Medicine. This is devastating news for me because you were always my favorite since day one. And the main reason I have consistently watched Married to Medicine for all of these years. Unbelievable. So the Inquirer responds and said, it's all about having control over me. I'm just keeping it real. This comment right here, I feel like this ain't about the cast. I feel like that's about production or something. Because I'm trying to figure out what cast members would want to have control unless they're trying to control how you act. But I don't think they want to control how you act. They just want you to acknowledge the things that you've done if they were offended as well. So I feel like this comment could be about production, and it really just goes back to the contract stuff for me. I really want to put more of this on production than I want to put on the cast members. That's just, and I feel like they've been trying to figure out how to get rid of her. That's just what I'm thinking. And the fact that they got Letitia, who is bringing it, whether everybody finds her to be, the best looking or, the most poised or not poised or whatever the case is, clearly she's not afraid to go up against Miss Heavenly, honey. So I feel like they may think that they found a person and don't really need quad, and they just gonna ride this little Dr. G situation out with Letitia. Who knows? I don't know what the production was over there thinking, but I just felt like now that they have a piece of that storyline and they got Phaedra too, they might be thinking like, we've been trying to figure out how to piece her out, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and let her go. But who knows? I mean, just because they had her leave early this season doesn't mean that she won't return the next one. Okay? Because leave it up to at least one or two good friends she got on the show. They're going to try and figure out a reason to bring her back. But I don't know, when you're in the comments saying the things that you're saying, they might be like, okay, we see how you really feel about it. So you ain't got to worry about it. We want to bring you back to Married to Medicine. So let's just see now. Let's just see what else they got. So someone else says, the show is not the same without you in it, beautiful. Is it not? Is it not the same? I guess somebody says, Quad says, well, you all will be able to enjoy me for 2 more episodes only this season. Sad, but also true, honey. Also true. Let's keep going. Here go Porsha, because y'all know Porsha got to get in on it, honey. Y'all know Porsha had to come in and support our good girl. Porsha says, so crazy how I see what you try to express so clearly. It's weird how it's so confusing to others. What is she trying to express? Just the fact that she felt like they've done things to her too. It's giving, they trying to tell her the same. Nobody's listening to nobody is what I'm getting. Okay. They trying to tell Quad what she may have done. Even just the scene with Toya. Toya's like, she needs to admit that she's done wrong by me. And Quad is like, what have I done? And I'm like, Quad, come on, girl. Girl, come on now. Come on. You was just saying last season how you believe that Toya really did get Anila's home robbed. Like, for real. Like, you also was over there contributing to the rumor of this lady messing around with somebody in the neighborhood. Like, come on, Quad. Like, let's not and say that we did, girl. Okay? So, but then you want to go into how you feeling about stuff. And it's like, Quad, we're going to get there, baby. We can't get there until we address the things that you have done. And the things that you've done is just, the few things we talking about last season. I don't know what else could have paused. They're the only two things I can remember from last season. So it could have been more. But we're going to get there. And that's what I think their issues are. Because I do feel like they've done stuff to Quad. And Quad has done stuff to them. Regardless of whether they feel like they were responding to Quad or Quad feel like she was responding to them. But it's like, we're going to get there. Let's address this first. And then we'll get here. But you can't, like, you said some shit. And this is how Quad knows she said it. She says, well, I said that because we ain't even there yet. We here on you acknowledging what the hell it is that you did. Once you accept accountability, then let's have a conversation. Toya, now it's your turn, okay? Because you've done X, Y, and Z to Quad. Right? So that's what I think. I mean, I don't think nobody's innocent overall, but what I can say is that Quad definitely ain't no fucking saint like her fans like to make her out to be. I'm sorry. She's not. And we'll never say Toya's a saint, ever. Because we already know that. We already know how we feel about that. But Quad definitely ain't no saint. So let's not. Anywho, that's their problem. Don't nobody listen. And when Dr. Jackie was like, oh, here we go. We have to listen to Quad and what she has to say about what we did to her. And whoopsie, whoopsie, whoop. And I'm like, I feel you. I feel you, though. I feel you on that, Jackie. Because it was either maybe 2 seasons ago when they had like that tea at somebody's house. And they sat there and Quad rambled on and on. Y'all remember how the screen, it's a certain way they edit in between scenes when a person is taking too damn long to get to the point. That's what they was doing with Quad. And the lady was like, damn, you still not done? She's like, let me finish. And it's like, okay, Quad. See, that's why y'all probably can never get to accountability, because you be dragging this shit out too. Okay? You be forgetting what you do to other folks, but you want to drag out everything that they have done to you. Like, girl, I can't. Anywho, let's keep going. So then Quad responds to Porsha and says, child, people see and hear what they want to see and hear. No matter how much good you do, if they want to paint you negatively, they will. Well, I feel like you could say the same thing for some of your castmates. No matter how much good they do, you'll continue to paint them negative as well. So I think that's a fair statement across the board that doesn't just only apply to Quad, in my opinion. Okay? But let's keep going. So Porsha says, shades, jealousy will always tell a different story. Living well as you do is the best revenge. # she has risen, baby. And Quad says, I'm like, damn, why are you so mad? Did I take food from their tables? Quad, I don't folks mad. I don't folks mad. Okay? You high key don't really fuck with them for real. And I would feel a way about that, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't fuck with me any other time, but as soon as we film it, you want to come around and act like we good girls or something like that. You want to be cool because you need people to film with. Don't use me like that. I would feel a way right out the damn gate. And I'm sure if somebody did that to Quad would feel the same way. Don't do that. Even Heavenly said it. Heavenly's like, I haven't even talked to Quad. Now, granted, I do feel like there are valid reasons, because Heavenly, you do be going overboard to call somebody your friend. Okay. And then be out here telling her business. Okay. So maybe that's why she be moonwalking back up off of your ass. However, at the same time, don't use me for that. Bitch, you was like, girl, if we would have never had this show, you would have never popped out no damn casket talking about all things aside. Okay, it doesn't matter exactly what was said and when it was said. But honey, I'm asking you now, would you like to move forward? Are we okay? Are we good? Without even discussing what the fuck the issue is. You just want to be done with it, but then you go get over here under these comments and make it seem like they not being accountable for their stuff. No, ma'am. Now, granted, you could be talking about the next 2 episodes that we're going to see. I'm giving you my opinion based on what we've saw so far this season. So, no, ma'am. Okay. I can't rock with that, but let's keep going. So, someone says, I hope the rumor isn't true. You're only in 2 more episodes. If that's the case, I'll be done watching. So Quad says, it's not a rumor. Unfortunately, it's true. I'm forced to leave in episode 7. However, let's try to focus on the positive. At least I'm there for 2 more episodes, okay? The next one is, honey, you were the seasoning to that show. Girl, if you do not stop, girl, cut it out. Cut it out. Girl, not the seasoning, honey. Girl. Girl, let me shut up. Yeah. Because if that was me, hype me, baby. Hype me up. Lie to me, girl. Lie to me. Hype me up. Make me feel better about exiting the show, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. What else? Was I the steak too? Let me know. Tell me. Be fake. I enjoy. Yes. Hype me. Girl. Honey, you were the seasoning to that show. Know that they've removed you. It's just bland. Good stuff. Toya and Simone think they're the it girls now. So then Quad says, I'll be there for 2 more episodes. Then they asked me to leave in episode 7 for the rest of the season in the most humiliating way. I'm not a hater, and I respect all of the beautiful ladies of Married to Medicine, friend or foe. So all of the it girls can show y'all how it they really are. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. They ain't gonna have no choice. They're gonna be continuing doing what the hell they're gonna do, whether you there or not. Okay. I mean, to me, I just feel like for me, the it girl, and honestly, let me say this, the it girl for me, and it's not changing for me as it's my opinion, the it girl ain't even on the damn show and hasn't been for seasons. So rightfully so, in my opinion, none of y'all can claim to be that girl. None of y'all. Now, Heavenly can slide into position due to her antics, but I'm standing behind Mariah, period. Period. Okay. So ain't none of y'all her. Do you want me to bring out the receipts? Do you want me to bring out the receipts? Because ain't none of y'all her. Girl, she's the cook, the steak, and the seasoning in my personal. Okay. So that's just where we at with that. Okay, so they can show you just how much of the it girl they really are. Well, girl, I feel like this. If the show can go on without Mariah, don't ever think that it can't go on without you. And that goes for really all of them. And even Heavenly said that. Even Heavenly said that. And she know the show can go on without her. So don't ever think. And it's no disrespect. It's really not. Nene thought the same thing. Whether the ratings were succeeding or not, the checks were definitely clearing. Nene thought the same thing. Show went on years after her. Porsha left for whatever reason, and it's still continuing to go. So that's why y'all be getting messed up sometimes. And then y'all be thinking that these people, these production companies kind of like slick owe you, when majority of the time I feel like y'all be misunderstanding y'all position with these people. For them, it's business. While you over there feeling like, oh, I done made a friend. That's my homegirl with production and this, that, girl. It's going to always give business first. And that's just what I think about that. You know, that's just my opinion. But let's keep going. Okay. Somebody says, why are you leaving? I'm not sure why they brought your ex back, but he and his wife should leave and you stay, because I'm not enjoying them on the show at all. Okay. Hope you stay for good. And she says, me leaving was not my choice. I was forced to leave. As disheartening as it is, there's no value for me after all these years. Girl, I can't. That's the thing that be giving me, it's the value. And that's where it goes to the statement of what I said. Y'all be misunderstanding y'all positionings is what it's giving. It's always going to be business. They don't care nothing about your value, unfortunately. And I find it so interesting to me that, and I don't know their dynamics for real, but I'm on the outside looking in. And I don't dislike Quad. I'll say that. I don't dislike any of the ladies on the show. So I try to definitely be fair in when I collect any and everybody. But I just find it real interesting that you're talking about how the ladies forced you to leave. So basically they all banded together to get you to come off the show, and you so distraught about it all in your comments because you'll be leaving for episode 6 and 7. But then you stay on the lives with them. You stay doing lives, YouTube lives, IG lives. You stay doing them with the very people that voted your ass off the show. It's not making sense to me. But I guess you play nice, so girl, I guess you really ain't as upset with them for real, as it may appear to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all, including you and Toya, was just out celebrating, who was it? Dr. Jackie birthday or Heavenly's or somebody? I was just celebrating her all together, all smiles. Everything seemed great. The very people that voted you or whatever forced you off of the show. Something's not clicking for me. I do hate that Quad is exiting because we know that at some point during filming, she lost her niece. And I wanted to see how that happened, how she's managing that, how she's navigating that. I know somebody got in my comments and said, we got to have a little grace for Quad because, Quad lost her niece. And I'm like, girl, Quad did not lose her niece during the time of this particular filming here. Okay, that was later. She lost her niece over the summer. Quad finally got her contract and stuff together like March, April. So, no. Okay, but I wish that she would have been able to stay longer so that we could see that. And then this is why I blame production too. Because, sometimes what happened is they'll try to film you. Like they know they could have at least filmed Quad with Phaedra. Maybe not necessarily with the rest of the cast. What happened that y'all just wrapped her up in a bow by episode 7? That we don't even get to see Phaedra sit down and have a conversation with Quad about how she's doing or anything. We don't see Heavenly, at least the people that talk to her. So that's why I have to put a lot of it on production. Y'all been trying to figure out how to get her out the door. That's just how it appears to me. And again, I could be wrong. That's just my assessment and my breakdown, of everything, because I just wanted to see how she's experiencing that. Like that was her baby. I know she took the little girl in for one of the family members, but that's like her baby. And to have that loss, like I can imagine what Quad was going through. And I would have loved to have seen if those ladies was going to show up for her. Since y'all sitting up there talking about, oh, Quad doesn't talk to me, Quad doesn't this, Quad doesn't that, knowing y'all have not reached out to her at all. Okay, so I do agree that it's a two-way street. I would have liked to have seen y'all actively show up for her when she suffered this loss. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate because I do feel like we're missing out on some stuff. But at the same time, it's also giving, girl, y'all, don't you ever for a second get to thinking you irreplaceable. You must not know about me. You must not know about TV. We can have another you in a minute. Okay, matter of fact, she'll be here in a minute. Phaedra, you must not. So, girl, no, ma'am. Okay, so I guess they spent the budget on Phaedra and said they ain't got no more for nobody else. Okay, and just like Miss Heavenly said, this girl, Miss T, is taking the crumbs, or whatever. She's getting her piece of copper for a piece of fame or whatever. She can get publicity, so she's gonna take it. So we know she's not getting a whole lot according to Heavenly. But yeah, that's what's going on. That is what's going on. So I just had to come and try and give my opinion on it. I try to give as much of a fair assessment as I could. But yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. But again, I do feel like it doesn't mean we won't see her next season though. But if your exit on episode 7 was that bad, we might not. we might not. All right. But either way, good luck. All right. That's all that I have. I just wanted to come to you guys real quick and just talk about this situation here dealing with Miss Quad Webb over at Married to Medicine, and her having a lot of things to say in her comment section about her departure from the show this season. Okay, so I thank you guys so much for watching. We had over 600 people here in the chat, and we definitely hope that the likes are a match. All right, definitely like up the video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. All right, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble.